Right, here we go, final one. Let's see if we're actually live first. I need to share it. Right. Nope. Let's paste the final stint. What does publish mean? When you post an announcements, it says publish. I need to figure out what that means. Share with your followers, publish. Should I click it? Let's click it.
Never seen that.
Are you sure this message will be sent to all servers following this channel? What servers would follow this channel? Okay, let's just see what happens. I've just shared it. I've just published it, whatever that means. Well, if a server follows the channel, that means that they'll know that this is happening, so that's a good thing, surely. I don't know if that means a Discord channel or YouTube channel. It must be Discord channel. Anyway, welcome back. We're up for our last 2 hours. I'm going to say that we're starting soon because we are. It's going to be the final stretch. We have one team in particular with quite a big lead. That is AstroStream, who is good over a lap ahead of everybody else. Managed to maintain that in the 1 hour stint that we just had in Aero GT Purple. Erotico's clinging on for dear life, and he'll be defending from Jensen this time in the battle for P2. Matteo a distance behind, could still nick a podium if something happens. Then we've got Gilles in 5th for Queen's Head. We've got Fak doing another stint for Lost Tracking. Astro for T3 doing his 3rd stint after Anonymous 3 stints earlier. Peckish is back after racing in the first stint. He's back in for stint 6, sorry, not stint 8. He's starting 8th. Shippo, the team captain of Eclipse, in 9th, is rounding out their stint. Yuppa's back in 10 for Tutu. Trace Tell for AHR is in 11th, trying to get in the top 10. Mo Gaffer in 12th for T-Bag. TBG, they have dropped down to 12th in that previous stint. Higgsy in 13th for V-Crap, and Deco in 14th for... Ooh, they need to be swapped. Deco's going to be 13th for Aero GT. Higgs is going to be 14th. They are starting at the max time of 11.5 minutes for this stint. So let's get going. Got Pyro here as well. Got 19 people in the chat. Give the stream a thumbs up. Right, we're in the pitch black now because it is nighttime. This is twilight, what do you call it? Just twilight. The time of day. So, we're on the formation lap here, so it's going to be a chill lap to start with. Hopefully there's no concertinaing and no damage. I think there was a little bit of damage at the start of stint 2 on this lap when everyone was slowing down at the end of it, applying the brakes. This is as close as everyone's going to be for the rest of the race. So 11.5 minutes is the maximum time, so that's going to be the gap between Astro and Deco and Higgsy right at the back here. We've got 2 Astros on the grid. AstroStream is for Aero GT in the purple. Astrof is who we know from Tier 2 for T3 here. Let's go Tell, bring it home. Tell, not sure if he raced last time. I think he might have. He was definitely on the sign-up. I remember seeing him on the sign-ups. I don't know if he actually raced. You know how the sign-ups can chop and change every now and then. So we've got Higgsy, who qualified, out-qualified the A team, which is lost tracking. But he's going to have to come from the back to try and salvage something here in these last 2 hours. Shippo, so this is the one of 2 teams that are making the debut, but all these drivers were brand new to ALR. Doing a solid job in 9th place. Recovered a lot. I think the first couple of stints maybe left them a lot to do here. Everyone's really close together. I hope there's no damage. Looks like everyone's avoided damage. So we're going to peel into the pits. Astro's going to be the first one out. Let's see if everyone can obey the pit time this time. We've got Pyro here somewhere. He's just not speaking. I'm not on my own this time. So in comes Astro. Putting in some good fuel here. Let's see if he's going for a full tank. Obviously he can just chill out on this one. He just needs to bring the car home, avoid any major dramas. Away he goes. It's raining! It is raining! Okay, and it's raining a fair decent amount. Right, this is important for everyone in the pits to actually pay attention to what's going on. Astro's out on the medium tyres, and it's just started raining as soon as he left the pits. Now, is this going to last, is the question. What? Well, actually, it looks like it's... Yeah, it's still raining lightly. Looks like we're approaching Inter's weather. But this is going to cut into Astro's lead because it could rain and then completely dry out by the time that Eroticos comes out. So these guys have to think, what am I going to do? What does the weather radar look like right now? Is it going to be rain that continues? Is it worth putting on Inters? Because if you put on Inters and then it dries straight away, you've just wasted a whole pit stop there. Check the radar. I don't really want to go out, but I think I've got time to go out. Let's exit quickly and have a look at this weather radar. It doesn't go any quicker than this. So this is the 60 minutes before the race started. So obviously a lot of rain in the pre-race. We're at 30 minutes before the race started. Now we need to go up to current time. A little. Oh well. Oh wow. So there are some heavy rain patches here. So it could get into Inters. I mean, it looks like we're pretty much on the cusp of soft to Inters right now. Astro could technically come in for the Inters right now if he wants and still be alright. So round Astro goes. He's carrying on. He doesn't feel like he needs to come in for the Inters right now. I think he had a 3-minute lead. Let me double check. He had a 3-minute 18 lead over Eroticos before this. So he's got another basically half a lap to go before Eroticos comes out. Eroticos sat in the pits. Obviously he can see his weather radar going up. His weather gauge in the bottom left. Into Inters. So I think we're going to see a few cars try different things here. And half of them are going to be right and half of them are going to be very wrong. What that ends up looking like, we'll have to wait and see. It is still raining on Astro's windscreen. It doesn't look too heavy, though. He has to be careful. He's going on the curbs quite aggressively here. Still driving it as if it was soft, and he's still getting away with it. Eroticos is out now. So Eroticos is out. He's gone out onto the mediums. Jensen's come out on the softs, and he's put in less of a tank, and he's 11 seconds off of Eroticos right now. So that's interesting. They have gained time on Astro, because Astro's lost time in this wet, but you might gain it back again, because everyone's going to have to negotiate these tricky wet conditions. So I don't know what it's going to look like as time goes on. I think it's just everyone has to try and get through this wet section. It is still raining on Jensen's windscreen here. So it is still pretty light rain. We're on the cusp of whether soft dries or inters would be the appropriate weather. So this is interesting because this is the first time that... yes, you click the tyres once your pit time is reached. That's correct. You start your pit stop and then you go peckish. Matheo's coming out. He's on the mediums as well. So no one feeling brave enough to go on the inters right now. Because it's nighttime, it will dry, take longer for the track to dry. So that's an important distinction to make as well. Matteo out 3 minutes 59 off the pace, off the leader right now. He's 53 seconds behind Jensen. Jensen's 8 seconds behind Eroticos and on a softer compound. So he's trying to catch Eroticos on this stint in the next 5-6 laps potentially. Get that position done. You can see he's kicking up a lot of water there. Maybe trying to keep his tyres cool so his softs last a little bit longer. So you can see the gap that the top four have on the rest of the field, who are still waiting. It might get completely dry before the 11.5 minutes go up that the last places have to wait, but we'll see. Matheo's out. 54 seconds behind Jensen. Jensen's decreased the gap to Eroticos by another second. Eroticos over 3 minutes away from Astro. So Astro's first real lap was a 2 minute and 3 flat, which is 4 or 5 seconds off of what he's capable of. What he did in quali was a 57 for reference. That's 6 seconds away from what he did in quali, almost. So Senor Fax come out now. He's 2 minutes and 3 seconds behind Matteo, also known as Mattheology. I think he changed his name at the end of this season. I don't know who RTR is. I think that's the new eSports team. He's 9 seconds ahead of Gilles, and Gilles is 2.8 ahead of Astro right now. So the battle for P5 is pretty close between these guys. Excuse me. So let's go back up to Jensen. He's now 6.8 behind Eroticos, so he is closing pretty quickly. And his tyres are pretty fresh as well. Look at that. He's barely lost any tyre life. But he is just rounding these corners to finish his first hot lap. I'm keen to see if this is going to be quicker than what Astro set, a 3 flat. It doesn't look like it. By a good few seconds, that's a 6.3. So Astro's completely demolishing. Well, actually, maybe the track's getting slower because Astro's just set a 6 flat, but Astro's on the mediums. Jensen's on the softs, and he's still 0.3 quicker than him. So Astro's out. We're still waiting for Peckish. We're still waiting for Shippo and Yupa and Tracer, Mo, Deco, and Higgsy to actually make their pit stops, complete their pit stops, and rejoin at the correct distance. So let's give Eroticos some love. This is my team. I did the first stint, and then Trocker took over, then Klingbeast did the 3 hours Lemony Squeeze did the wet stint, and Eroticos did the 1 hour stint, and he's carrying on again in P2. We've managed to drag this car all the way up into second place somehow. Probably because I think we've made the fewest mistakes as a team. Because we definitely don't deserve to be there on pace overall. Everyone's a tier 3 driver apart from Lemony Squeeze, who's obviously like tier 1 really, really fast. He put the car on in 5th place in qualifying. We've managed to keep it pretty far up the grid the entire race. And now we just need Eroticos to try and hold off the quickest driver probably in the whole of ALR, Jensen. He is going to set a substantially quicker lap time, so definitely the track is drying. Let me just double check that no one's actually come out on the inters. They have not. So Shippo's 7 seconds behind Peckish. Peckish out for his second stint. He's got 2 minutes and 28 behind Astro. So it looks like the battle for P8 is between Peckish, Shippo, and Yuppa, who's just come out. Then we got Tracer, who's just coming out on full mediums as well, by the looks of it. Yep. And then Mo, and then these guys will be starting to refuel fairly quickly as well. But let's stick with this battle between Eroticos and Jensen, because they're very close together. Mo just coming out of the pits just behind them. 3.2 seconds separates them. This is going to be the first real battle of the stint, I reckon. Eroticos is a little bit laggy, so let's focus on Jensen's point of view. They are coming up to driver to... That's Tracer Tell. They're coming up to lap him fairly shortly, so they'll be hoping he gets out the way, if they catch him, that is. Eroticos looking fairly quick. He's done a 2:02. That is 3 seconds slower than Jensen, though. So he's 3 seconds slower than Jensen. Obviously, he's on the mediums and Jensen's on the softs. Now the gap's under a second very quickly here. I fear that this is not going to be a challenge that Eroticos puts up for very long. To be fair though, a P3 for our team would be fantastic. I think we got 6th at Daytona. That's with the disconnection as well. So crossing the line, fastest lap there for Jensen, 59.1. We know he can go into the 58s in race trim. Out comes Deco. Tracer getting out of the way. So it's between these guys. Jensen has to be careful because Eroticos is doing that oscillating side to side, which is the worst kind of lag. It's not too extreme though. Oh, and he's going to go the long way around through the S's. Oh, and Eroticos is off into the gravel. That was a bit dodgy. That was a little bit dodgy. I mean, that didn't show us anything at all. What a terrible camera angle. But anyway, Eroticos dropped 7 seconds off him, and now he just needs to focus, keep his head down. He's probably going to be angry at that because he did get a little bit of a shove there. Bit rude. But he's got 55 seconds on Matteo, and he's got 50 odd laps to keep that P3, that podium position. I reckon if he just keeps his nose out of trouble, that should be fine for a podium. Our pole sitters dropped to 4th in the wet stint, trying to recover from that. They were caught out on the inters when it was fully wet for the last 10 or so laps. Bit laggy. Well, they could just blame the lag, true. Right, the gap's actually been decreased to 46 seconds with that incident, because that's how long it took for Matthew to track. So 46 seconds is his target. So 46 seconds, and we've got 49 laps left because of the amount of laps down they are. So that means he has to be 0.9 quicker every single lap than Eroticos. I'm not sure he is. At the moment, his fastest lap is a 2-minute flat 0.3 on the mediums. Eroticos' fastest is a 2:02.2. So if it carries on like that, Matthew will catch and overtake Eroticos for the podium. So Eroticos really needs to find an extra second a lap, basically. Matthew, another 2-minute flat 0.6. Still 46 seconds down, though. Needs to be, like I said, gaining about 0.9. Let's just say a second a lap to be safe. So next time he crosses the finish line, it needs to be 45.0 for him to be on track. Got a little bit of traffic ahead of him. He's got Senor Fak, who's actually just one position behind him, about to get lapped by him. Fak lapping in the 59s is actually a little bit quicker than Matthew, so he should be driving away from him, if anything. Let's see where... There's a little gaggle of cars that Tracer's at the head of. You got Mo Gaffer, and you got Deco. So you got Mo trying to chase down Tracer. He's going to put a lap on Deco here, and then he's going to try and catch Tracer, who's on the mediums. He's on the softs, Mo, to get this overtake done. They're both getting blue flags because of a car behind as well. I'm not quite sure who that is. Oh, I thought he was going for it there. Tracer going a little bit wide there. Struggling with the grip a little bit. And yeah, Mo's just got to settle in behind. He's definitely got a lot more pace at this stage. Tracer defending pretty well, despite being on the mediums. If he could do this for another 4 laps, he'll start to drive away from Mo. There's Deco behind as well, catching up really nicely. So we're in twilight, the sun is setting. Who is a bit further back? We've got Eroticos trying to make his way through the crowd as well, which isn't really helpful for him. Then we've got Deco just ahead of Higgsy. Both a lap back on P12. Oh, Eroticos really struggling there. And now Deco's actually lost a position to Higgsy because of it. Because I think Deco was caught a little bit wide because Eroticos went wide. Now Higgsy up into 13th. V-Crap off the bottom of the grid. Of course, we start with 15, but Team VEZ threw in the towel after finishing stint 2, 11 minutes, sorry, down. Oops. Trace still just ahead of Mo here. So he's still defending pretty nicely. Still, well, I mean, Mo should be 3 or 4 seconds at least quicker at this stage of the race. He lapped his last lap in the 2-minute 3s, which is definitely not what you want to do on fresh softs. So his whole strategy is getting ruined here behind Tracer. Oh, Mo looks like he's got a bit of a run now. Is he going to chuck it? He's thinking about it. He's trying. He couldn't do it. He couldn't get alongside in time. Tracer really defended that well. And it's going to pull away with a better exit there. Maybe Mo can get him on the back straight after Spoon. If he gets a good exit from Spoon, he needs to get alongside it before 130R. But Erotica's catching up to these guys as well. So Mo may be better off trying to get out the way. Because they're definitely holding up Eroticos, who's lost 4 seconds to Matteo here. Which is not good at all. If I'm Eroticos, I'm flashing them like mad here, trying to get past. Oh, what's going on? Mo needs to get out the way. So they carry on. I think Mo's letting him pass now, eventually. Now, basically what Mo needs to do is stay close to Eroticos, because when Tracer lets Eroticos through, he can try to follow Eroticos' line and to kind of nab him. Anyway, let's see what's going on a bit further on. Jensen has a 20-second lead on Eroticos now. He's been lapping in the 58s and 59s. He's been around about between half a second and a second a lap quicker than Astro for the last few laps as well. So Jensen really on a charge here. It's potentially going to be a P2 for Project Platypus as it stands. Eroticos down to only a 40-second advantage over Matteo with this traffic that he's really struggling to get through.
Alright, I'm back.
Hello.
Sorry about that.
You've missed a little incident between Jensen and Eroticos.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Now Eroticos is 20 seconds behind Jensen. He didn't lose all that time. He's lost most of the time stuck in this traffic because no one's getting out the way for him. Trace is going to let him pass now by the looks of it. But he's only got 40 seconds to Matteo, and basically if Matteo's a second a lap quicker than Eroticos, he will catch him before the end. And Matteo's lapping in the 2-minute flat. So Eroticos' last lap stuck in this traffic was a 2:03. This one's probably going to be similar. No, it was 2:01.6 somehow. But he is driving away from Tracer Tell, who's about to get overtaken now by Mo for position.
Maybe a little bit of contact on the
A little bit of contact on the entry, nothing too bad. Then there's Higgsy behind, but Higgsy's a full lap behind, so he's trying to unlap himself here. He's managed to get past Deco.
Yeah, long way back for Higgsy to just even get an extra position here.
Oh, something major has to happen.
Something major has to start with this now.
Tracer falling backwards a little bit at this stage.
I wonder if AHR would have been able to gain a position or two here if Ramia had actually pitted earlier.
What happened?
So he pit on lap 20.
Okay.
Of a race he was only going to do 25 laps of. Onto softs.
What was he on before? Really? Mediums. So he just did the full tank on mediums.
Yeah.
Almost.
Yeah. I think he overstayed the welcome by about 5 laps.
Yeah.
He could have easily got a couple of positions on the result, but
he could have done 15 and 10 potentially.
Yeah. He was right up beside Rysku and company.
So here comes Higgsy anyway. And what happened with D-dubs?
D-Dub just had no pace.
Okay.
D-Dub just flat out had no pace whatsoever. Vice Q wide and Remy all had the way with him pretty much.
Yeah. They just caught and overtook him basically.
Yeah. But yeah, it wasn't pretty. Not a pretty stint at all for TBG.
Fair. Dido's had an unfortunate strategy. What does an unfortunate strategy mean?
Did he do like 40, 15 he did? I can't remember actually.
By the way, it was raining at the start of the stint.
I saw a little bit of it, so I went to...
It rained for like 5 minutes.
Line.
Light rain. No one put on inters.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's pointless rain.
Literally pointless, yeah.
I knew the only person out on track was Astra when it happened.
Oh, Higgsy's still trying to get past Tell.
Been trying for a long time now, not really making any headway with it.
I love it.
Deco is right behind him.
I love this kind of racing. He's trying to unlap himself. The guy ahead's just like, I don't want you to unlap me, get lost.
And it's going to force Deco into position here as well.
Yeah. Deco's ready to pounce. Is Jensen on mediums? No. He's going to come in fairly soon, I reckon. Maybe in 3 laps' time. So we got mediums on Astro. Jensen's on softs. Anyone else on softs? Fax is on softs. And he's starting to fall back towards Matteo on the mediums now. Gilles is on the mediums. Softs for Peckish, so Peckish will be coming in fairly soon.
Has Jill pit?
I don't think so.
How?
No, he hasn't. Look, he's came out on lap 2 and he's been out.
Here's a better question.
Yeah.
How the hell is he 20 seconds behind Fack?
Why? What happened before?
Whack beat Fack.
Whack beat Fack, but Fack underfueled. He's out of fuel now and he's on the soft tires, so that'll be why.
That'll be why. Okay,
yeah.
I'm about to say because I was like, when I left it, Jill should have been ahead of Fack.
I think they were really close actually at the start of the stint, and yeah, he's just been a second or two quicker this whole time, Fack. And Astro's actually closed in on Gilles as well.
Yeah, that checks out because there was about 2 or 3 seconds that split those two when they left off at the end of the last stint as well, so that checks out.
Nice.
Yeah, it's just I saw 20 seconds between Fack and Jill, and like, yeah, that's not right.
Peckish is the first one to come in. He's really torn through those tyres. He did say in the chat, because he was like, what tier would I have been if I signed up for Monday League? I was like, definitely tier 2. And I was like, and you're qualifying for this proves why. And he was like, yeah, but I can't manage my tyres. And this kind of reinforces that.
Yeah.
Because it is nighttime, the track is cooler.
You're still not going to get that much more out of the tyres, though. I don't think. Maybe a lap max.
Who else is on the softs? Jensen's on the softs, although he's in a different car. And they were a bit better than what Peckish's were like.
Also the opposite in terms of tyre wear. The Porsche is seemingly more rear tyre wear compared to the Aston Martin, which has been front tyre wear, and that has actually been the case the entire day. So
that's true.
I think it's more... Peckish probably is worse on his tyres, admittedly, but I think it's more the car isn't helping him either.
Ooh. So he's come out about a second behind Yupa, who's on mediums as well. So he's got a bit of work to do here.
I think, yeah, the Finnish have done fairly well on this, to be honest.
Yeah, they've done very well. What car are they in? I think they're in the they're in the Porsche,
new
aren't they?
Porsche, yeah, the new Porsche.
Fak in the pits now as well. So he was holding up Matteo a little bit, I think, before he came in. Matteo is now 35 behind Eroticos. And he's
I was about to say, the end of last stint, that was 41 to Perry, I think it was, or something of that nature.
Yeah, Eroticos' last lap was a 2:03. He's actually been overtaken by Mo Gaffer, who's unlapped himself as well, so that's not helpful for Eroticos. Higgsy's probably going to unlap himself before too long as well.
Well, you've got to at least try to.
Oh, definitely.
He's had some fun trying to unlap himself so far today, hasn't he, Higgsy?
Matteo himself is about to get lapped, though, so that'll help Eroticos out a little bit.
A 2-minute 21 advantage to the car behind. I don't think Matteo.
No, he's trying to catch Eroticos, though. That's the thing.
That's a long way to go. That's a long way to catch up in this period of time. It's not like we have multiple hours left.
A second a lap will do it.
That's asking a lot.
Well, he's kind of shown that pace so far. Eroticos has been a little bit rough at the start of this stint with the little punt he had and struggling to get through the traffic. What's Matteo doing? Is he going to get out of the way? He just gave a little... Oh no, he's got his hazards on permanently, never mind. I thought he was trying to signal. His signal was, I'm not letting you through.
He's just flashing the rear lights.
Yeah.
Got the hazards on. One way to stop Astro winning, blinding him.
Basically, this is the last bit of battling these two teams will have all day, even though they were pretty close for the first half of the 12 hours.
That rain stint really, really swamped things. I don't really think it's been a recoverable one since that, to be honest with you. Jensen into the pits. Off the softs. I assume that
Astro should lap him and then slow him down. Yes, he should. Who's ahead of Matteo right now? Looks like it's the Huracan. Jensen in the pits. He's actually going to come out where Eroticos is.
Yeah, right into traffic.
Go on, Eroticos.
Right there with Eroticos.
Not fighting for
side
position.
by side.
This is where Jensen basically had a little battle with Eroticos, and he ended up in the gravel right here. Right there on the left. So Mo's getting out of the way. Eroticos follows him through. She doesn't have to worry about Mo anymore for a little while. But look how laggy Eroticos is. You got Shippo catching up to Matteo. Matteo's still not letting Astro through. He's 34 seconds back now, is Matteo. He's still flashing. He's like, come on, get out of the way.
He is not moving in the slightest.
This would be the second lap put on this Slipstream team as well. So we go to 2 laps down if this happens. To be fair, he's not that much slower than Astro.
No, not at the moment. Astro doesn't have to be any semblance of aggressive either. Not at this point.
Oh, definitely not.
Just needs to focus. Astra just needs to focus on getting from A to B at this point.
Matteo now 33.5 behind. So Rotko's last lap was 1.9, so he's doing all right. He's still lapping in the ones on the mediums. The problem is Mattheo's lapping in the... Oh, here comes Astro!
Go to the inside! Gone for it! Gets him!
I see that from on board.
Front row seat for that.
I think he just sent it, to be honest.
Had more than enough of Maffio's stuff. He was a
Look at this, he's a long way back. Whoa! That was an early break from Matteo.
Just about gets away with it as well, because it looked a little bit all over the place.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that was. But it cost Matteo a full second to Eroticos, all of that. And now they're catching up to Mo, who's must have come in to the pits. Yeah, he's out on fresh mediums now. So basically, Eroticos has a pit stop on Matteo here, because that is what where Mo was. He was with Eroticos, and now he's with Matteo. So you got Peckish versus Yupper. Here comes Peckish. I'm sure he's going to send it down the inside here. If he can. No, he's not going to be alongside enough to do it. So Yupper still has to make his pit stop. That's why he's a little bit slower at this stage. So Peckish just has to be patient here, because he's not really battling him. Yupper's battling Tell in P10, who's 32 seconds behind Peckish.
Yeah, Peckish.
Oh, he's gone too far.
Never mind. Yeah. Well, that's one way to create yourself a little bit of distance between yourself and Yupper, I guess.
Yeah, it gives Yupper a bit of breathing space there for sure.
Also, doesn't mean that Peckish has to make any rash decisions. It gives him a little bit more time to think.
Yeah. Yeah, Peckish pretty much nailed on for P8 here, as long as he doesn't make any big mistakes. Trace is in 10th. He's 21 seconds ahead of Mo, who has come in early. Then we've got Shippo, who's only 5 seconds behind Mo, also has come in early. So they're on the same kind of strategy. Not too far back. He's been lapping in the 205s and 204s on these mediums, though, so he's not doing the best in outright pace so far. Higgsy is clear from Deco. He's got 37 seconds, which is a pit stop and a bit on Deco. He's got 1 minute 28 to try and catch Shippo, though, which might be a little bit too much. But if you can get P12, that's a good little victory for V-Crap.
It would be, yeah. It's been a long way back for a long time, has V-Crap today. They've just not been...
Yeah. They've had everything.
At all.
What's Mattheo's lap times looking like? Still right behind Astro. So I wonder if Astro is going to go a little bit slow. Are they going to play these games?
I mean, Astro's got nothing better to do.
No, he's got in the pits anyway.
Straight away.
Matteo carrying on fairly dead tyres. Someone was behind Matteo. I want to find out who that was. Got Peckish still 8/10 behind Yupper. Not that close. You got Mo Gaffer on fresh mediums, lapping fairly similarly to Matteo and Astro before Astro came in. So out comes Astro, plenty of clear air for him. He'll be under 3 minutes in the lead now. Jensen still has the fastest lap, still lapping in the 58s. He's out on fresh soft, so he might be doing this infinite soft strategy like the rest of his team. Looks like he's going to set the fastest lap again.
Worked so well for them today.
Well, they'll say that it got them a P3. Erotico's lapping in the low 202s, which is quite normal for this stage of the medium stint. But he is 7/10 slower than Matteo still. So 33 seconds. And there is 36 laps left. So again, he needs to be a second a lap quicker still, Matteo. Currently he's 7/10 of a lap quicker, so it's not enough. If he wants the podium. Let's join Pekka. She's caught right up to Yupper now through the Degners. Is it the Degners? Yes. Can't find a way around though. So Yupper defending very well here. Trying to hold on to that P8, top half of the grid.
Peckish is really going after him right now. Just trying to figure out, your pillar sliding the car just a little bit. Wonder if there's going to be any sort of opportunity opening up for Peckish just to get by. The blue flag's just starting to creep up, and that is Jensen in the background.
So yeah, Peckish all over the back of Yupper with very fresh tyres, but not able to really have a look in at any point. Not feeling confident enough to make an overtake. Oh, and he's gone wide. He's gone very wide. And he rejoins. He's 2 seconds back now. So another minor setback for Peckish. One of the victims of the wet stints were Aero GT White. I think Project Platypus were definitely a victim of the wet stint. Slipstream were a huge victim of the wet stint. So 45 minutes into this one, we have another hour and 15 left of this 12-hour race. It's going to eke a little bit closer. So let's see who needs to make the pit stop. So Astro's just made his. Jensen's in the middle of his second stint. Eroticos is probably coming in next lap. He's getting caught pretty quickly here by Higgsy. So Higgsy's going to try and unlap himself now. And Eroticos looks like he's allowing that to happen. He's not defending anyway. Higgsy doesn't want to do it into 130R. Just as I join him, he just starts dropping away. Matteo 26 behind now. This is... Eroticos made a big mistake that lap. That's why he'd set a 2:06. So Eroticos has been off the track somewhere. He's lost another 4 seconds to Matteo. So that's huge.
It's going to open the door. The more mistakes he keeps making, the bigger the chance the podium's going to slip away from him.
Yes. This is not good. Matteo's in the pits anyway, so he's trying to get a bit of an undercut done. Gain some time that way, but we'll see where he comes out in terms of traffic. Astro, Gilles probably have a few more laps in them before they pit. Fak is going to overtake both of them when they come in, because Fak pit quite early.
Yeah, Fak is just doing the alternate strategy. At this point in time, Jensen's going to have to go past Pekish and past Yuppie here. These two are fighting, so I doubt they'll be wanting to move out the way very soon at all. This might have to be one that Jensen actually makes an overtake on. Not that it's going to wait too long.
Pekish is like, get out of my slip.
Pekish is just going to let him go. I don't think he's going to get the same fortunate luck from Yuppie though.
Not just yet. Although he's not going to give Yuppie much of a choice.
No, he's going to go to the inside turn one here.
So he's indicating to go right. Let's see if Pekish can follow him through it all. Oh, he's very close. Couldn't do it.
Bit too close for comfort as well.
I thought he was just going to absolutely send it there, but he didn't. So yeah, Pekish just having to settle in behind Yuppie. Yuppie's still got another maybe 3 laps before he has to pit as well. So this is ruining Pekish's middle stint. Not too much to worry about, because I think he's just destined for a P9 no matter what at this point. Higgsy's in. So he won't be harassing Eroticos too much anymore. Eroticos' last lap was a 2:07, by the way. So something else has happened to him. I don't know if we can find it. We cannot. So Roscoe's something's going on with him. He's going off track a couple of times. I'm not sure. And he's carrying on these very worn mediums. Maybe he's stayed out a little bit too long on the mediums, and he's losing performance a little bit. Doesn't explain the 2:07 and a 2:06 back to back though.
No, it's really starting to struggle.
No damage though, so he's just going off track a little bit. So this will be his in lap, and what I'm keen to see is what the gap between him and Matteo will look like. Matteo right in between this battle between Gilles and Fak as well. So once Gilles... Oh, here in he comes. I wonder if he had to... fuel save, because he entered with 0% fuel left. Surely not. Surely he'd have just come in earlier.
Yeah.
He will be ahead of Matteo, but it's going to be something like 20 seconds.
I was about to say it looked to be about 23 seconds as well. I was looking at 30 seconds seems to be about right for a pit stop at the moment.
Yeah, he's gone for 100% as well from 0.
Still going to have almost a sector's worth of advantage over Mafia for now. Already well out the pits.
Gilles has come in, so that's worked out pretty nicely for him. He doesn't have to get out of the way and lose time. Fak retakes P6. Matteo comes into turn 1, and he is under 20 seconds away now. 18 seconds. Ooh.
Full stop. The full stop looked about the 35 second mark then.
Yeah, take a second off as well, because the Rodicos has a half-second penalty.
The gap is just slowly but surely creeping down.
Now, how many laps we got left? 31. Let me do my maths. He needs to be 0.6 a lap quicker now, Matteo, because of Orotiko's mistakes, for the rest of the stint, and he will catch him and overtake, probably. Meanwhile, Jensen's now 1 minute 10 ahead of him. Jensen's 2 minutes 40 behind Astro. It's not out of the question that Jensen could potentially finish on the lead lap.
No, it's not out of the question at all, but I don't think Astro, at this point, I'm not entirely sure Astro gives too much of a damn how far he beats Jensen by, as long as he beats Jensen.
It would be interesting though, because they beat everyone by a full lap in Daytona as well, so if they do it 2 races in a row, that is quite the statement.
It would be.
Does Tell have damage? Yes, front and rear bumper damage. So he's had a collision with the wall at some point. It was pretty much time for him to pit anyway. That's bad though for Tell. What's the difference between Astro and Fak? Well, Astro's come into the pits, so that doesn't... And Fak's just gone round turn 1. So Fak has a good advantage of that on them right now. They're doing different pit strategies though, because Fak put on softs and half tank first, and Astro and Gilles both have done only medium stints with full tank so far. Astro back out about 6 seconds ahead of Gilles as well. And Peck just finally got ahead of Yupa. Let's see if we can find that replay. We've been following them the entire time. Looks like he got ahead into the braking zone for the chicane, and he managed to make it stick. So good for Peck. She's back up into 8th place. Yupa is going to come into the pits anytime now. So he'll drop back a little bit towards Mo, not too far. Tracer Tell is back out in 12th place. He's 16 seconds behind Shippo. Shippo on a completely different strategy though, so it's another one we'll have to wait and see how it turns out. Looks like Deco's putting some pressure on Shippo as well. He's lost 17 seconds to Higgsy. Higgsy's now 2 minutes behind Tracer Tell. Maybe that'll come down as well with the pit stop that he just made. So Higgsy trying not to finish 13th. He's trying to get one more spot.
He's gonna have to do something special from here.
Yeah, absolutely. So Rotikos' first lap on these mediums is going to be a 2 minute 1.6. That is 1 second slower than Matteo. Mattheo's a full lap ahead of Senor Fak as well, so if the best Fak can do is a top 5, which I did say earlier in the stint, if he could get top 5, that's quite a victory for Lost Tracking, after they were really far down in 10th place at one point, time-wise as well.
Yeah.
And we haven't had that many disconnects today either. I think we've had 3. We had Hulked in stint 1. We had Hurricane in Stint 2,
and
Stygimos in Stint 3. And then we haven't had any in Stint 4 or 5 or 6 yet.
People's internet started playing ball after like half 9.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone woke up. Astro's currently got a 5-second lead on Gilles, and he's just come out the pits as well. Gilles might try and chase him down a little bit. I think he could. Yuppa's finally come in, so we'll see where he comes out in relation to Peckish. He lost 3.6 seconds, so he's going to try and get an undercut back on Peckish by the looks of things. Now he comes. Mo Gaffer is directly behind him. That gap is going to be fairly small. So Mo might be able to get back up into 9th place depending on how his pace looks. He's only 12 seconds behind Yuppa, who's just come out the pits. Again, very different strategies that they're on, so we don't know where this is all going to shake out. Jensen currently lapping half a second slower than Astro at the moment. Jensen's tyres are very dead, that's why. He stayed out quite a long time on these softs. Rotikov's just set his own fastest lap. He's into the 2-minute flats for the first time on the mediums at 2-minute 0.8. Which is exactly the same as what Mattheo's time was. A little bit more of that, please. Jensen back in the pits. Matteo coming up to some traffic. Maybe Deco will help out his teammate a little bit here. We will see.
He's gonna have to do something. I think Mafio's on quite the charge at the moment. Oh, no, man, he got out of the way of the first opportunity.
Boo! I mean, it's what's expected, but also, fuck's sake. We need all the help we can get. Erotica's lost like 10 seconds in 2 laps at the end of that last stint. So where's the next little bit of action? Senior Fac's going to try and put a lap on Shippo here. And he's not too far back from a couple more cars as well. That's Deco in the Emerald.
Yeah, that's actually not that far back.
Look at the difference in speed. Fac just flying through the chicane.
Yeah, he's not really going to give Shippo much of a choice here. He's going to go down the inside.
Shippo braking a little bit early, letting him through. You love to see it. Fac's been lapping fairly similar to Matteo. So Matteo is the driver just ahead of Deco there. They've been pretty much together the entire race. Matteo just eking ahead in the pit sequence. So it's a shame for Fac that he's a full lap down, because he'd be challenging him right now. So 201.2 for Eroticos. Only 0.3 down on Matteo right now. So something's clicked for Eroticos. We need it to carry on. Because I did not expect for our team to be in the podium positions right now. I was like, if we finish top 8, that'll be pretty decent. Or if we matched our P6 from Daytona, that would have been pretty decent. But we're 3rd right now.
That rain system, that rain stint put you in a extremely good position.
Thank you, Iggy, for putting Lemony Squeeze on our team. Basically, to be fair though, we've all done a decent job. No one's had an absolute clanger. No one's had damage, crucially, at all. And when it has rained, I think everyone's made the right decision, especially Trocker with that random rain pot shower that he had. He made the right choice every time.
When you make good decisions, you get rewarded with them, especially in racing.
It's too early to be happy. Yeah, Captain Eli stepped aside, and he got replaced with Lemony. So was it an upgrade? I mean, what's Astro doing? Astro's in the 2-minute 1.8, so low to high 2-minute ones. Gio's solidly in the mid 2-minute ones as well. So both of them lapping fairly similarly. It looks like Astro might have a little bit more pace. 201 flat there. So what can Gilles respond with? Only 2/10 behind. But Gilles needs to find something to catch up to him, basically. And he's not got much time to do it. He maybe really needs Astro to make a bit of a mistake here. Matteo now 12.7 behind Eroticos. That's going to start getting exciting once it gets down to 5 seconds. We're over halfway through the stint already. 1 hour 3 in. 57 laps in this stint, so 7 laps longer than the wet stint, which was also a 2-hour stint. No sign of the rain coming down anytime soon, though. Still got maybe 4 more, or potentially 5 more weather slots, though. That could change things. A team effort. There's only 2 of you. Well, technically,
2 of you,
2 makes a team. 2 makes a team. You can't. Half of the team can't be like it was a big team effort where there's only 2 of you and the only other person's driving right now.
I don't know.
Well done, team. I am 50% of the team. PSN's gone down. Has it really?
Apparently so, yeah. Apparently it has. I'm not sure how we're still alive. We're just not gonna leave the party.
You know, sometimes that happens when the internet goes down. If you're already connected, it doesn't mess with like existing connections.
Yeah. We're just gonna hope it exists until the end. Apparently it went down a while ago, though.
Let me Google this.
I realized.
Is PSN down? Gaming and social! Exclamation point. You might have difficulty launching games, apps, or network features. We're working to resolve this issue as soon as possible. That's been going for 40 minutes. I think we'll be alright if we've been going for 40 minutes.
Yeah, we will be. Absolutely will be. Peckish is 5 seconds ahead of Yupa after the pits. Peckish on his outlap on medium tyres now. Don't know if he's going to be able to go to the end. He might be able to. It's going to be close. I don't know if he's even going to try to.
I think you might have to put on the softs.
He might do.
I can't remember what everyone was on.
He could only go to 52 anyway, regardless.
Yeah.
So it'd be very close to whether or not he'd
Oh yeah,
have
because they're all
enough
multiple laps down, so that does
Exactly.
help a lot.
I don't know whether or not he was trying to aim for the 52 or not.
So we got Tracer Tell, he's 7.5 minutes back. He's 7 seconds behind Shippo. He's on fairly fresh mediums. Shippo's further into his stint on more worn mediums. Oh yeah, only 7 seconds ahead. So these are the two that are battling each other right now. For this battle for P11 is pretty close. So we'll have to see how that pans out. Shippo's going to have to pit earlier. Tracer's going to have better tyres towards the end of the stint for sure. So they might end up pretty close. Then there's a big gap back down to Higgsy, who I think unlapped himself from those guys. And then
only 122 now.
Yeah, he's completely left Deco. Matteo is now only 10 seconds behind Eroticos.
That's going to be the interesting one toward the end, isn't it? That's going to be the one where we're going to actually be commentating fully on a podium battle.
Maureen, do you know something, Spin? Have you seen something? If there's more rain, that would be very spicy.
It would be. I'm not sure that benefits you, to be honest with you.
Probably not. Maybe though, because if Eroticos gets the tyre choice right and Matteo doesn't, then it's done and dusted.
Yeah, the opposite is true. Game over.
Yeah, well, I think
I'm not sure
I think he's pretty safe for
right
P4 though. I mean,
oh yeah, that would take some doing to not end P4.
If anyone could finish 5th from this position, it's Eroticos.
How far is Senor Fak ahead of Astro?
24.
Oh, comfortably.
There is an offset though. Fak nearly has to make a pit stop again. He's going to drop behind Astro, but he might actually be ahead of Gilles next time he makes his pit stop.
Depends how much you have to put in. Yeah.
It does.
Really.
If he has to, he's going to pit in what, 3 laps, so that'll take him to 34, 37, and then he'd have 20 laps to go. So it'd be almost a full tank he'd have to put in to make it to the end.
We just saw that Ralcoz's full tank is more toward the 35-second mark than the 30.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he might be a couple of seconds back on Jill, depending on how quick he can react realistically.
Spin's saying it's going to get spicy. Okay. Should have a little look at this weather radar.
I was about to say someone somewhere's seen the rain. I don't. Oh.
No. This is
60 minutes
previous.
ago, yeah.
I hate
So
that you can't fast forward this.
Yeah.
You might be able to fast forward it. I just don't know how to do it. I don't think you can though. Oh! Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna get spicy.
That does look really
spicy. Very spicy.
Okay.
We're gonna get dark blue rain. It looks like it's in blocks, so we're gonna get it for a while as well.
Yes, that looked like it could potentially go very wet very quickly.
Now, who gambles early? That's the question.
Oh, Keto was meant to do this stint. Oh, that is unlucky.
Oh yeah, he was saying he was having issues with the internet.
So we got Senor Fak is at an awkward time of his stint right now because that wet weather's coming. He needs to try and eke out these next 2 or 3 laps, but he's coming in early. Oh, what if he pits and then he has to pit again? It's too early to put on the wet, surely, or the inters.
Well, we're about to find out. This is not slick, surely not.
I mean, he didn't have to come in. He's got the fuel and the tyres to stay out a little bit longer. It's raining.
It's raining. It's raining, yeah.
Him and Astro have timed it perfectly.
This is definitely not slicks. The real question
Gilles
is
in.
which tyre is he going to?
Yeah, that is a big call. At the end of the last race, the people who went on the wet struggled at the beginning, but it ended up being more than beneficial. Inters for Fak. Look at that. You can hear the rain coming down. In comes Jensen.
It's coming down heavily as well.
Right, Eroticos, please make it back to the pits.
Astro in the similar position as well at the moment. All it takes is one mistake here, one misstep, because this rain is starting to trickle up now.
Gilles came out on the inters as well, I saw there. Astro is out on the full wets. Okay.
It is now intermediate weather.
We are in fully into weather. We've got Matteo, we've got Eroticos still stuck out on the dries. Astro's still stuck out on the dries. Jensen's come out on the wets. So he thinks it's time for the full wets. Fak is on the inters. This is going to be tough.
This is going to be interesting. This is going to be interesting.
Mo hasn't come in yet.
Mistakes?
Shippo hasn't come in yet. Trace is already out on the inters, so he's going to get a good undercut on people. We're getting about halfway full now.
Someone's off! Someone's off!
Oh,
It's Astro and Eroticos! It's Astro and Eroticos! It's both of them! Oh, they both screwed it! Has Matteo stayed alive? That's the real question. Eroticos died, not the track.
Oh dear. No! No! Oh, you made it though! He made it!
He missed the pits!
No, he went in. He managed to get in. He's going to get a 3-second penalty though. Looks like Matheo's had a big issue as well. Look, he's got damage. He's 20 odd seconds behind Eroticos. This is blown everything wide open.
The bigger question is, Jensen's nailed this, by the way.
Jensen has nailed it because he's out on the wets as well. And he's called it because it looks like we're getting into the wets. Astro's just got off. He's out on the inters, Astro, so this is really interesting. Obviously it says it's 3 minutes 46, which is not the gap.
Well, no, the gap is about to be significantly smaller than that.
Eroticos has a 3-second penalty. Might have gotten away with it because Matteo will lose that amount of time in the pits fixing his damage. He's on the inters. Matteo's also on the inters. We're in full wet conditions, but they all obviously think it's going to dry at some point, and they're just trying to ride it out. I'm going to have to go riding on board because I can't see anything from that angle anymore. 14 seconds is the gap between Eroticos and Matteo. So he gained about 10 because of Eroticos' issue, but he lost about 15 or 20 because of his own issue.
Yeah.
And he's struggling to get around here. Jensen wouldn't make a correct strategy call. He's managed it.
He has managed to make it stick for once. The real question is, what does the time look like?
Yeah.
That certainly cannot be right.
That isn't right. He's still got to keep going round, I think, a little bit more to make that time go down. It's just not changing at all. It's just not changing at all. Actually, it's going up a little bit.
There's no way.
I think that's just how far behind he is. He needs to go around another time for it to start going down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, now it's heavy rain. Full wets
the
here.
Got it wrong.
Inters have got it wrong. At this stage, the Inters have got it wrong. They need to just keep it on the track.
Eroticos is dropping time heavily to Matteo, by the way.
Yeah, you wouldn't guess that this was Spoon. Ah! No, he's made it.
He's got a 3
Here
second
comes
time
Matteo.
penalty. That gap is about to drop like a stone.
Yeah, this is bad news for Eroticos.
He's already given up a second and a half.
It has just stopped raining though, which means it's going to start benefiting the Inters. Look at that, it's not raining at all, and that may be the end of the rain. And if it is, then being on the Inters was the right decision.
I mean, you're going to be on the soft sooner rather than later anyway. It's
potentially not, because it's dark. It's going to take a long time for this to dry. The track's a lot colder. There's no sun heating up the surface.
That is true.
So the gap's gone down from...
A lot of cars out here, though, clearing it out.
Yeah, true. So 7.5 seconds Matteo has to catch Eroticos by. There's Eroticos going through turn 1. The battle for the podium is super close here. But let's see what's happening elsewhere. So we've got Deco on the Inters. And look at the... yeah, it's only half full, the water gauge. So being on the Inters, at least at the back, is the right thing. Higgsy's off track!
Oh, he's well off track.
That was a bad mistake there for Higgsy. Let's watch it again. In the Degners. I would like
to point out, I don't think being on the wets is a bad call here, because you're going to get the softs really close. It's going to be, you're going to go straight to softs pretty much straight away. At this rate. Where it? Oh, he is just caught.
Big mistake. Big mistake. Shippo's on the full wets right now. And it is raining heavy once again.
Okay, scrap everything I just said.
So I think this is RO7, this weather forecast right now.
Yellow
Tracer,
flag.
there's a yellow flag for somebody. I can't see. It looks like they've rejoined anyway. Oh, Tracer, be careful. He's going off. Everyone's going off here. He's managed
Who's
to
the
keep
car
it.
in front of, not
Trying
the
to
car in
find
front
out.
of Tracer right now, but the car in front of
Not
that.
peckish. Jill's making it through safely. It wasn't. It might have been Astro. Astro's 5 seconds behind Senor Fak.
Who's the car in front of that? It might have been Astro. It has to be one of them.
Who is this one? Jills? No, it wasn't Jills.
He's behind. I don't say he's behind.
Who's behind? Hold on. Oh, what's going on here? Deco and Shippo having a battle.
It stopped raining again.
It has stopped again. It was Fak. They're saying Fak was the one that made the mistake. And now he's only 3.5 ahead of Astro. Yeah, that makes sense. It is Fak. He's got damage.
Yeah. Oh!
Good spot there, Anonyma. Benefiting his team. They're only 3 seconds behind now and without damage. So big mistake there for Senor Fak.
And the gauge is starting to trickle down again.
Yeah, we just said that, but now it's raining.
No, it isn't.
Honestly, GT rain is the most confusing thing. It's like British rain, I guess.
Oh, God. It's raining. Now it isn't.
No, now it's stopped
raining.
again.
Now it isn't.
Matteo still 7 seconds behind Eroticos, lapping fairly similarly now that they've both settled down a bit. So is this going to be the great equaliser that gets Eroticos off the hook and onto the podium? Potentially.
It's still raining.
Now it's raining again. Whoa!
We're back into full wet conditions all over again. Yellow flag!
A yellow flag, please don't be Eroticos. It's not, it's Higgsy. It looks like it was Higgsy anyway. It wasn't Eroticos.
No, it doesn't look like it was.
Because he stayed 8 seconds. Yeah, he's actually getting a bit quicker now. See, this is what I said. We needed some wet weather. You were like, oh, it might backfire. Kind of.
It almost did.
Oh, yellow flag. Someone at Spoon. Who's at Spoon? Let's have a quick look. They're going slow. It's Mo on the inters.
This is just carnage.
It is. I can't keep up with it. This is what we needed, though. It was so boring the first half of the stint. So at the front, Astro's lead has actually been cut to 3 minutes and 12 seconds. I'm sure he'll be super gutted about that.
He lost 40 seconds to Jensen. Oh,
Jensen's just done a wet stint, so he knows exactly what he's doing here. And he's 1 minute 30 ahead of Eroticos. Eroticos.
Too much to do.
Yeah. Yeah, Eroticos comfortable with Higgsy, starting to lose a bit more time to Matteo again. But what he needs is Matteo to just keep making micro mistakes.
Oh, it's rain again, apparently.
Oh. This is what we need to watch. Astro 1 second behind Fak now, with his damage. There is a dry line you can see. No one's feeling brave enough to go into the pits just yet.
Yeah, I'm not too surprised about that. Look at the gauge when you go down the straight here. It's still well and truly not dry enough. It's somewhat peak intermediate weather at the moment.
Such a biased commentator. Hey, I never said I wasn't biased, you know. This isn't the BBC.
We got actually might be the end of this lap, you know. Soft either put it on the softs or the mediums.
Someone's
again,
gonna gamble.
Go to the end.
Someone's gonna actually. Let's have a look all the way at the back.
I think it might be mediums to the end here,
especially for Deco. Down in 14th, he's almost
they
under.
Should have gone in.
The
they
third.
Should have gone in on more.
Yeah, he could have. He could have. Yeah.
Oh, that's Fak! That's Fak off the track!
That's Fak off the track! There comes Tracer to unlap himself. He's going to have Gilles really close to him now, but let's have another look at this. The Degners take another victim. Is it the first Degner or is it the second?
It's in the middle.
Yeah. Don't brake on there, man. You can't do that.
The exact same thing Higsy did not that long ago.
You just
Also,
can't.
just add more damage to the already damaged rear.
Yeah. So now he's only got 2 seconds on Gilles, who will see that and he'll fancy that P6 back.
Yeah, absolutely. The real question now is who's going to gamble. If I'm Senor Fak, I probably gamble here.
Well, he has to fix his damage anyway.
He's in a losing situation regardless of what he's about to do.
Can I send the bill of my speakers to Pyro? we should have a disclaimer at the start of our streams, but
do not actively turn your speakers up. That would
definitely
be a dumb decision.
Definitely don't listen with earphones in. In comes Astro, so Astro's feeling brave. Getting off the wets.
Is Senor Fat out still? Why?
Yep. Probably because he's on the inters, he feels like he can make them last. The guys on the wets, obviously. Yeah, I know.
The damage on a soft on a dry line. Why would you not just take the advantage of that?
Man, is this a good idea, Astro? You were in a solid P5.
Of course it is.
Yeah, but he's the first one. This is the sacrificial lamb.
As long as he can get to the end onto this dry line, he is fine.
He's got 12 seconds behind Gilles. Well. Let's see how he does in Sector 1.
But he's going to the end now, so undercut as well.
He is. And it's pretty even Stevens right now, but that just benefits him because as the lap wears on, it's going to get drier and drier. He just needs to make sure he stays on the dry line, because if he doesn't, he is off. And here comes the Degners.
Yellow flag! Yellow flag!
It's Gilles!
Hey, Gilles! In the exact same place and said you're back in it the lap prior. In the exact same spot. I'm gonna take a wild guess and say the exact same manner.
Is this Sunrise? I don't know, we're only on one time's time progression.
It is the exact same manner. The exact same way on the exact same
Why are they braking on the curb? It is so baffling to me. So, the gap's now down to 5 seconds. Yupa's in to get off the inters as well. So we're in the fun zone now. He's nailed it as long as he keeps it off the curbs, on the dry line. He's absolutely nailed it. Erotico's in with a 5. Yeah, he has 5.5 seconds now. Oh, this is going to be close.
If you're Matteo, you do the exact same thing Erotico does and pray you're quicker.
We need to rename the Degner corners because they've taken a lot of victims tonight.
It's been a massacre.
It has. It's been a bloodbath.
Astro is paying so much attention to those curbs at this point. He knows what he's doing.
Gilles carrying on, by the way.
Ripping Gilles to shreds.
Gilles not feeling confident that he can make it to the end or something because he's carrying on again.
Not only that, Astro's just taken like multiple seconds out of him.
Oh, he's caught up 12 seconds already. With the spin, obviously, but still.
Even after that, it was still 5 seconds, and that's gone by the end of the lap. I don't understand why Gilles stayed out here. This is not a wet track anymore.
Up the hill. Here we go to the Degners again.
This is going to be a rough time here. Keep off the curb. He
hasn't kept off the curb and he's going to spin again.
Astro kept off it, but
I know.
Not.
And Astro's on the tyre where he should spin more.
This is a choice. That was a choice. This is a choice. I don't know if I had gotten that. I would have just stayed and bided my time there.
I mean, he saw the chance. He nearly took it.
Yeah, but you are playing with fire at this point if you're trying to overtake off the track.
Insanely quicker right now.
No reason.
Yeah, he's insanely quicker.
You're not going to get Fak, so this is the main position.
Well, he is. Fac's going to have to pit.
True, actually, yeah. Then it still makes the same
Here we go.
question, right, though, doesn't it? It's if he's going to get it anyway, you wouldn't actively sabotage that kind of thing by making a dumb move. And he is ahead. Yeah, it's ahead. That's a bit sketchy.
Yeah, he's kept really well in control there. And now he's going to drive off. Fax decided to come in. Gilles is surely coming in on this one.
They both made a mistake staying out.
Oh, definitely. He's carrying on. Oh no, that was Astro. Gilles is coming in. So Astro's still out on the inters, by the way. And Jensen has damage.
A lot of it. Oh, the front of
he already had it. It happened earlier in the lap. So I don't know what's happened to Jensen, but he's staying out. Do they think that more weather's coming, maybe? There's literally no reason to stay out. There's literally no reason to stay out. I don't understand.
Even less so to stay out with damage. Not that I think it matters so much for Jensen at the moment, actually, given the fact that he is in literal no man's land.
He's got Matthew 4.6 behind Eroticos now, so we are in the fun zone, under 5 seconds, with 15 to go.
Both on mediums to the end, I assume.
He wants to do softs to the end. I mean, you probably could still do that from here with how... Well, maybe not.
Also, is it worth it?
No, definitely not.
What's the difference? I don't understand. I feel like the damage would be more difficult.
Oh, he was pushing really hard. He's just given 2 seconds, maybe more, to Eroticos there after really trimming down the lead nicely. He's pushing so hard because he wants that podium position, which he has to do. But he's giving himself a little bit of extra, well, another couple of laps at least before he catches Eroticos now. Oh, maybe even more!
Maybe give it a bit more!
Oh, he saved it.
Just about kept it going. He's playing with fire here, Matthew. He is playing with a lot of fire. He's about to get burned.
Watching these last couple of laps have been more stressful than the whole 7 hours that that Anonymous done, apparently. So what's going on? So Fak is out. He's 12 seconds ahead of Gilles, who's had his own issues. Fak's had his own issues. Astro avoided the issues and pitted a really good time. Now he is comfortably in 5th.
Yeah,
Top 5 result there for T3 on the cards.
They would take a massive error.
Yeah. Further down, we've got Peckish up in 8th. He's now 30 seconds ahead of Yupa. So this has worked out really well for Peckish. Mo is only 7 away, but he's still on the inters. Jensen's finally coming off the wets, like, crazy.
Yeah, that basically does any chance of Mo get
Tracer,
extra position.
Tracer's completely seen off the threat from Shippo in the wet stint. He's now 34 seconds ahead. And he might be able to catch Mo, because Mo still has to pit to get off these inters. So there's an outside shot here that Tracer gets in the top 10. Oh, who is it?
Flag.
Can't tell. Oh, it's Higgsy again.
We can. Yeah, I was about to say we can.
Sector 1. We've seen this.
There is a track somewhere to the left-hand side, Higgsy. Where was this all season?
Fair point. So Jensen is out on the softs. He's trying to go to the end now on these softs.
Astro just pit as well. Astro's come off.
Astro's come off. So pretty much everyone is off the inters apart from Mo, unless he comes in at the end of this one. He's carrying on again.
I don't understand that.
Bold choice. Let's see how that pans out. He's losing a lot of time to Tracer as well. He's not going to have to put in fuel, which is crucial. So he is still going to be out ahead. Unless he makes a big mistake here or starts... Well, I mean, his tyres are getting really overheating now.
Well, yeah, it's a dry track. Basically completely bone dry on the racing line. He is...
Yeah, it is completely bone dry.
He's got to come in.
Erotica's now 5 seconds ahead of Matthew. So this is the closest battle now on track.
Matthew's closing that gap back down again then, because...
yeah, he did a 205, now he's done a 202. Erotica's averaging the 204s.
Yeah, I ain't gonna get it done.
No, he needs to. I'm saying he needs to be a bit bolder, but he also doesn't, because we've seen what happens with people who are trying to be bold. Yellow flags.
Yellow flag.
It is not Eroticos, it's Astro.
It's Astro. What a rare mistake from Aero GT Purple.
Degner's claim another victim.
Again.
Is he braking again on... Yeah, why are they doing this? Every single person is making the same mistake. I feel like I'm going crazy here. Man.
I feel like you'd be in a party right now. If you're not racing, you go into one of your teammates' party, just scream at them not to brake on the
Exactly. Stop doing it. It's sketchy enough when it's bone dry.
It is a bad idea, an objectively bad idea.
Right,
he is ripping Eroticos to shreds here.
4 seconds now. This is very depressing.
Eroticos is going to need more rain. Or a mistake. One of the two. It is not looking good, Chief.
Eroticos is pretty close to Astro now.
I don't know if that helps him or hinders him.
Well, it depends if Astro drops behind Eroticos and then slows down a little bit more, you know? 4 seconds. A 2:03.1 compared to a 2:04, so basically 9/10 Matthew was quicker that time.
That's more than enough.
Yes, it is.
He's just throwing the car around now, is Matthew. He's kind of just gone, well, this is it. It's either happening or it's not.
Oh. Come on. Degners, do your job. Come on.
I think it's happening. Eroticos has been dropped by Astro.
Someone needs to tell Matthew he has to brake on. Oh, he nearly did.
You almost fucking did that. Jesus. It is so sketchy watching people around that corner. And nobody has realised that it actually is still wet.
It's very wet.
I don't understand how. There's a different coloured track. I don't understand. You've surely got to have seen enough people make that mistake by
Mo, you need to get out of the way. Okay.
And he has got out of the way by going on to the wet stuff. Eroticos is in trouble.
1.9. Oh god.
It's not even subtle anymore. It's multiple seconds a lap. You're gonna require a mistake. Almost got one.
Oh, what's gonna happen here? He's gone deep.
He kept it. He's kept it.
He has.
He kept it well. Yeah, he's timed. Well, he almost looked like he overshot it by quite some distance. Trying to.
I think that was on purpose though, because he wanted to make sure he got past Mo as quickly as possible. Didn't want to get stuck behind him mid chicane. He has lost about a second to Eroticos though with that.
Yeah, he did. I think he was too busy trying to flash mode and make sure he doesn't come back across. I think that's what was causing him to be a little bit distracted rather than the actual braking lane. I think he was just trying to find a way, make sure Mo didn't come back across. I would not like to be in Eroticos' position right now. Because he is 100% clock watching at this point.
Although he's driving pretty well, he's not making any big mistakes since the rain came down. Of course he hasn't got the same pace as Matthew, but it might just be enough. We've got to believe, chat.
I don't think
we're all Aero GT Blue fans tonight.
Debatable.
Come on, plucky underdogs, a bunch of tier 3 drivers.
Underdogs.
Yes, they are beating basically the Two Oil Kingdoms eSports team, and they are a team of tier 3 drivers.
It's just basically saying it's Terra versus Two Oil Kingdom, which was effectively most of last season anyway. It's not happening. This is just going to be taken. This is going to be if not what. It's going to be a when, not if.
Let's see.
Another 8 tenths of a second come off.
God, he takes that last chicane so well.
It was 2.6 seconds. It's now 1.5.
Yeah, lapping in the 202s now. Erotica's in the 203s, 1.2 seconds a lap slower. It is hard to overtake though at Suzuka. It's not one of the easier tracks, and they're in the same car.
Yes, but the problem is if you have a 1.2 second delta, your overtaking isn't going to become too difficult.
Wack's slagging me off in the chat. I don't know why.
Or which point?
Just because I pointed out some flaws in Capel's driving earlier.
Right.
Whoa, that looked a little bit sketchy by both of them.
Yeah, I was about to say a little bit too deep.
But Matheo's still gaining loads of time. Now we're almost under a second here. How many laps have we got left? 10 laps left. Eroticos has to keep Matheo behind for 10 laps.
Good luck with that. Good luck with that. That gap is shrinking every single turn. His inputs are just incredibly smooth at the moment, aren't they? They're a lot more rhythm to it.
Yeah, I mean, I watched
currently massing.
I watched the Autopolis race, Tier 1, in the wet this season. And Matheo was doing really well for a lot of it, and obviously it was wet conditions. It dried a little bit to like this at the sprint though. For a lot of it, and then he fell back, and then he rage quit the feature, I think. But for a while, he was performing just like this. Oh, he's dropped a little bit on the exit there.
Why the Rotocods? Okay, Rotocods is cooling his tyres.
Why not?
Is a choice.
You know what? Since Matheo has got to this kind of gap, he's not really got that much closer. So whilst that's happening, let's do another run through the grid. So Deco's cut off at the end by 45 seconds. Higgsy's still a minute behind Shippo. Shippo's 39 seconds behind Tracer Tell, who is only 4 behind Mo Gaffer, but Mo's on the softs, and he's cooling his tyres as well, so everyone's doing the same thing. 56 seconds ahead of Mo is Yuppa, who's 15 behind Peckish now. So catching up pretty nicely to Peckish. Peckish had a lap 41, a 2-minute 12, so there was a mistake there. Oh, speaking of mistakes.
I was about to say, you almost spoke one into existence there.
Jill's 27 off the back of Fak now. Fak is 14 off the back of Astro. And something's happened whilst we did that.
Oh, Rotocods has been overtaken. Is it Degner again? Is it the Degner again?
Oh, look what he did. The thing that we've been saying that you shouldn't be doing.
It's the Degner again. The exact same place in the exact same manner in the exact same way. That is just utterly ridiculous. At what point do people just start screaming at their teammates to not break on that piece of time?
I'm closing the lobby. What was that?
That was a bottle jump, is what that was. And Rotocods has gone all Spursy. That is... Even if you get overtaken, you force him to overtake you on the track. Not by default. Come on.
To be fair, apart from the wet stint, this team really deserved to be in the top 2.
Yeah.
They've put in a hell of a shift. They do deserve a podium. Pole sitters. This is the first ever eSports race as a team. Slipstream sim racing legends.
It's been a good race for them, honestly. Been about as excellent as it can.
Right, let's go down to who was close together further down. Trace, Tell, and Mo. Let's see if he's actually closing the gap or not.
No, that was 4 seconds. It's now 6.
Yeah, and look at his lap times.
Not being too
Not the
progressive,
greatest.
I'll say that much. What about Yuppie the Peckish?
15 seconds, so he's lapping in the 203s. Peckish has recovered in the 202s. Senor Fak's come in because he's got front bumper damage. Let's see if we can catch that. Nope.
That's not good news for him, at the slightest.
And here comes Gilles ahead of him now. Was it worth coming in to fix that? He's going to have to overtake Gilles on track now, which he should be able to do, to be fair. He's on fresh softs. I was saying earlier, Fak made his way into the top 5, which is what would have been a good result for them, but he's dropped another 2 places now.
Yeah, I was about to say, that top 5 dream has been dead for a while.
Yep. It cements Astro in the top 5, though.
Astro's done a good job to help out his clinically insane teammate. 7 hours straight around Suzuka is a task. I'll say that much. Early morning as well, task.
Cursed race for lost tracking and a V-crap. Yeah, that's definitely true. Because even Higgsy has had a bit of a nightmare stint.
It's just been cursed for a lot of teams, to be honest with you. We've also had a team that had a 14-minute stint that ended up being 14 minutes behind. Like,
yeah.
It's just been a cursed race.
Can Eroticos do something? He's 8/10 quicker than Matteo in the last lap. Matteo going through the Degners. This is the only way Eroticos can get on the podium now. One of them. Eroticos actually making it through all right. Oh, I know. I'm desperate. I'm so desperate. That podium.
That thread is very short.
That podium would have been glorious. It also feels like years ago that I actually did my stint at this point. Jensen lapping 8/10 quicker than Astro at the moment. Still going to finish a lap down.
There's just left too much to do.
Yeah. Fak is... Yeah, let's stick with Fak. 1.4 behind Gilles now. Still can get that P6, for sure. Oh, yellow's out for someone.
Flags. Don't know, like it's going to be kind for you, though.
Was it Jensen? Or was it the guy who's ahead of Jensen on the track right now?
No idea.
I think it was the guy that was ahead of Jensen.
The damage for someone, I think it might have been Deco.
Tracer. Has Deco got damage? Deco's got a lot of damage.
Not the yellow
Lap 42 was a 2:11. 11. Yeah. He's about to get lapped by somebody. That's Yupper. We should just watch every car go through the Degner over and over again.
Oh, yeah, we might have to. That's your Deco.
This is where all the action is. Yeah, bad day for the Emerald team.
We're gonna have another video from Viking and how why just ALR takes.
I know, right? Where's the... Oh, here we go. Back to this one. 3/10 the gap now. This is the smallest the gap's been so far. Both of them in tier 2.
Rain left on the track either.
Yeah, there's a bit more to play with apart from on the curbs. Look at that.
Not gonna need it. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, trying to dummy him.
There's no way through. Gilles doesn't fall for that kind of stuff.
He had a lot more pace, you can tell.
Yeah.
This is just itching for a way by. And now we get to watch these two take the Degners again. These two have had their fair share of fun times with Barto. I thought Jill was going again for a second then. I saw water get kicked up. I'm like,
Not much Fat can do at this point.
Just hanging close.
Yeah, he has to wait for a mistake.
Into Spoon. He can get close enough into Spoon. It should be fine getting out of it. Look at that. Look at that for a turn.
2/10 down in the slipstream.
This should be fairly
Gilles going defensive.
Or is it? He's not going to go the outside here. He's
out.
not going for that.
That was quite an aggressive back out there.
Somewhat unnecessary.
Yeah.
Exaggeration, I think, might be the best way of putting it.
Quick look, Erotica's dropped to 3.5 behind Matthew, so he's actually keeping up pace pretty well, but he's dropping a little bit further back. So yeah, apart from that, I think Tracer's letting himself get lapped. He's dropped to 22 behind Mo now. Mo lapping pretty nicely here, going through the Degners. Making it through.
It's sketchy as all hell watching people go through that corner.
Ooh.
That is not the line.
That is not the line.
Not the line.
Made it through. Next one. Gilles versus Fak.
Again.
Made it through.
Round number 100 on this race.
They've all learned a lesson at this point.
You'd like to think so. It's 48 laps into a stint. If you haven't learned the lesson 48 laps into a stint, you're never learning it. It's not happening.
It's very true. Oh, Shippo's so careful around here. Look at this. He's definitely learned a lesson or two today. I don't know if that was good or not. He was a little bit laggy. And then Astro. We've even seen Astro spin here.
Yeah.
He's regained his composure nicely, though.
He's basically doing. He's basically just sticking to the same lap time in the last 4 or 5 laps as well.
Yeah. So we've got 4.5 laps left of this 12-hour race. Just 4.5. Fak still trying to get past Gilles, so he's not got long to do it at all. Gilles quite good at defending, to be fair.
He is. The problem is that he's got too long to defend, I think, here. Those softs aren't going off, so it is just a constant attack versus defense the entire time.
Literally no tyre wear.
You should have gone on the inside there. You should have gone on the inside there, Finn back. That door was left wide open.
He's going to get dirty air into the Degners now. Astro's come in.
Astro's pitting.
Maybe he wants to go for a fast lap or something.
No points on there. There's no points on offer for that.
Nope.
You're just waiting for it to happen now, aren't you?
Fak would have had a run if Gilles' car wasn't right there.
Yeah. Bumping into him. Doing a little bit of a bump track rather than actually trying to go underneath. Jill is just trying to make this as awkward as possible.
This might be it.
It's surely got to be. Sticks himself on the outside here. Just follow it through. It's not going to give you any room.
Nope. That was perfect from Gilles. And yeah, Gilles going to drive away a little bit, loses a bit of traction on the exit. Has about a second on Fak. More breathing space. 1 lap less to try and defend. I think he's going to do it. My money's on Gilles here.
It is becoming a lot less likely that Fak is doing things at this point. The longer this goes, the more it's going to eat into Fak, I think.
Rotskos has gained a second on Matteo, by the way. There's Matteo, just a couple of seconds up.
Back enough.
You never know. You never know. Something could happen.
You are preying on a mistake. That's what you're preying on at this point. We've seen fair enough of them. I don't think it's wet enough anymore for the mistakes to creep in.
I know, we're not even seeing them at the Degnas anymore.
Fak's just going wide here to try and get underneath him.
And it's going to work.
This one's going to work. Yeah, I'd about to say that was brilliant. We saw it earlier that they didn't quite get underneath enough. Either alongside Gilles here, and he's going to have the inside line in the spoon. This should work. This should work.
Oh, he's got too deep. He's pushed him out. He's pushed him out. I bet he's not going to give the place back.
I wouldn't.
No, I wouldn't either.
I fucking wouldn't. I'll tell you that much. He can. This ain't absolutely.
Oh, look though, he is.
Okay, I guess you want to do it properly.
Well, it gives us a bit extra. Oh no, he's got too deep now. So how long has he got? So he's got 3 laps left, Fak, to do it.
And he's outside the second now, so he's going to have to spend some time just getting back in. Tobias just joined again.
Who?
Tobias just joined the server again.
Oh, did he?
That guy joins and leaves the server more times. And fucking Norwich end up being a yo-yo team, or West Brom, that kind of fucking team.
So despite Astro's extra pit stop, he's still over a lap ahead of Jensen. Let's see what his first flying lap looks like. He's got a 158.5 to beat. Oh, he's not going to beat him sliding like that.
Yeah, but say it ain't happening on that. It ain't happening on that one. 59.2.
59.2. He's got 2 more laps to try and beat a 58.5, so he's got to find 7 tenths.
Yeah, the problem is he's not going to find it 7 tenths here, given the fact that it's his slide on that last lap is going to affect the start of the next one as well.
Here comes Fak round Spoon again. This is where he keeps getting a good exit as well. A little bit wide around the second part of Spoon.
He needs to get to a position where he doesn't attack into here, but does attack into the chicane.
This might be it, you know.
You need to run through 130R and then into the chicane is where you need to attack rather than...
He lifted too much. Oh! They all keep going on that curb and having a little twitch, so that must be another wet curb.
Yeah, and I think he's given himself a little bit too much to do down into turn 1. So again, once again, it's going to need the hairpin, realistically, and the run out of that hairpin to get Jill here. And he's running out of time, quite heavily running out of time actually, at this point.
Yep. Right, into the Degner's.
He's really pulling on him now, isn't he?
Penultimate lap here. So just 1.5 laps left, Fak has, to try and get a move done. It's still definitely wet on that curb. You can see spray coming up.
It's wet on all of them. Here we go. Here comes the back on over the top.
Yeah, the big switchback.
Try and come underneath again. It's not going to work there, but he is going to get a nice little exit. He's not going to get into Spoon, but he might get a shot out of it. I wonder if this is going to be anything in this for Senor Fak.
I don't know, he's 4/10 back at the start of the straight. What he needs to do is be brave in 130R, because he lifted way too much on the previous lap.
Yeah.
See, Gilles just drives away a lot. Yeah, he's not feeling confident there. So they're rounding the corner to start the final lap. He's a second down now. Astro is almost at Spoon, so he's almost completed his final lap. Got Eroticos has dropped another 3 seconds on Matteo. And Senor Fak is a second down on Gilles now. So Gilles might have actually fended him off. They've got Tell ahead, who they're about to put a lap on.
The problem for Gilles is he's going to rock up on Tell here, and it's going to cause him all sorts of problems.
It is. But enough of that, because we've got Astro coming into the final chicane for the final time. 12 hours in. They took a really commanding lead in the wet stint, particularly over 2 minutes, and they've never looked back. And it's going to be a double win for Aero GT Purple, with Astro taking the checkered flag almost. It looks like he's twitched his car around.
Intentionally, yeah. I was about to say, intentionally twitching his car to the line.
Yeah, Eroticos takes P4. Shippo's going to take P12 there.
Aero GT Purple cannot be stopped.
Yeah.
On a 12-hour endurance race. The real question is that at the end of next season, can anybody step up enough to take it off them?
P5 for Astro. It's going to be P14 for Deco there. Mo Gaffer, top 10 for Team TBG in the end. They've got Jensen, Project Platypus going to get a P2 here for their troubles. Not too bad. A shame they couldn't have been a little bit closer, though, to be honest. I was expecting them to be on the lead lap. But P2 for Jensen. Decent day at the office. Then we've got a big gaggle of cars here. We've got Gilles just ahead of Senor Fak. He has kept ahead of him in this final lap. And he's done just enough to keep that P6 for Queen's Head ahead of Senor Fak. And then we've got Tracer Tell, and we've got Higgsy in 11th and 13th. We've got Peckish coming up in P8 next. For the third Aero G team, Aero GT White. 9 minutes 50 down in the end. Then we're going to have Yupa for the Finnish team. Chutu, really good result for them in the top 10 for the second 12-hour race in a row. Ten minutes back, they should be really pleased with how they've performed in that new Porsche. And then grounding out the podium on the last stint, reclaiming a spot on the podium back, it's Matteo for the brand new team, SSL. They should be pretty pleased with how they've done as well. So let's have a look at the full results here. So Aero GT Purple, a lap up on everybody. Jensen and Matteo for Project Platypus and Slipstream Legends, 1 lap down. Eroticos 2 laps down. Astro, Gilles, and Fak were 3 laps down. Peckish and Yupa 4 laps down. Mo Gaffer and Tracer 5 laps down. Shippo and Higgsy 6 down. And Deco was 7 down for Aero GT Emerald in the end. Fastest lap in this stint ended up going to Jensen with a 58.5, 7 tenths quicker than what Astro managed. So yeah, that was a long slog, but a really exciting final stint. Really shook things up at the end there.
It definitely did. That's... Well, Aero GT can see themselves pretty happy with what ended up happening tonight. But, you know, we'll see who can take it off them next time out.
Yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. Until next time. Yeah, keep an eye out because Monday League's starting fairly soon. Esports is starting fairly soon, so there's still lots of activity going on in ALR.